Okay, let's go.
Welcome to Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Tate. Okie dokie, guess what's happening on the lovely island of Sint Maarten. We begin with the news. So, our immigration raid took place about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, we're going to talk about it because you think I forget? No, I didn't forget, Natalie. How is it that in this day and age, we still getting. Okay, it happened with district. Andrew, you're wrong. Let me think about something. Hold on, they're going to reach. Oh, how about in this day and age, you still have ministers using inspectors like their own beach boys. Go get it. Go do what you have to do. Are you going to go to Crystal, an adult nightclub? If you don't know, just go and say you come here for the dick special. But otherwise to that, you go there. It is located in Soccer Garden. They have two whorehouses. Yeah, we're going to call it what it is. Two whorehouses across from each other. And are you going to go there and say, hey, the laws of St. Maarten is not concrete yet because those politicians that are high school kids but are real politicians that's supposed to be parliamentarians haven't dealt with prostitution as yet. So we on this Netherlands Antilles, even though it don't exist, however, because it don't exist, we're gonna just continue as is so long everybody plays by the rules. Meaning, I just heard a song I like, that's why I was dancing, I was just doing so. You see it? Or you stop it. And up to now, the owner of Crystal Nightclub can't understand why. He got a bar license. He got a hotel license. Yeah, he has a hotel license. Or you didn't ask. So or you went break into the door. The live is available on Late Night Facebook. Look for it. Because I've been talking about it. And the minister finally decided today to do a sneaky one again. Natalie, shame on you. Frankie should have teach you better. We're going to get to Frankie just now. But anyway, Natalie, how is it that you're going to send a statement to SMN News when I break the story? Natalie, you you just reach. We keep on saying that. That's why we keep on giving you passes, but you're overdoing it now. And then I hearing they're going to have big meeting with all the departments of justice and VSR and also which is the one that don't work? Hold on. That's yet. VSR. Somebody else. Oh yeah, the justice. Yes, police, customs, immigration, especially immigration. She sent a statement to SMN News. I was on the live the other day, so obviously, she thought one is one and two is two. No, late night is late night and SMN is SMN. So are you behave? In any case, this is the statement of our Honorable Minister of Justice, Natalie Takling. And yes, after I just rip a new one, yeah, let me go.
I acknowledge the media interest and concerns expressed regarding the recent multi-agency operation conducted at a local adult nightclub. While I understand the emotions and questions such actions may raise, I would like to take this opportunity to offer a measured clarification of the government's position. The government of Sint Maarten has a fundamental duty to uphold the rule of law, including enforcing immigration and labor legislation. These responsibilities are not optional. They are essential for maintaining public order, ensuring fair labor practices, and protecting vulnerable individuals within our society. Moreover, these enforcement efforts stem not only from our national legal obligations but also from our commitments under international treaties and agreements aimed at combating human trafficking and preventing exploitation. Unannounced inspections, such as the one in question, are neither unprecedented nor arbitrary. On the contrary, they are an essential part of effective enforcement, particularly in sectors where there is a known risk of abuse or coercion. These actions are not undertaken lightly or intended to provoke or sensationalize. They are structured, legally grounded operations executed with professionalism and respect for the rights and dignity of all involved. Transparency is a principle I deeply value, but it must be weighed against the importance of operational integrity. Publicizing enforcement actions in advance, or too hastily afterward, can undermine investigations or alert those seeking to evade the law. In this context, discretion is not silence, and silence should not be mistaken for indifference. It reflects a responsible and deliberate choice to protect both the integrity of the process and the people involved. Let me reassure the public that all operations are carried out within the legal framework and with full attention to human rights and procedural safeguards. Our law enforcement officials are trained to act respectfully, even under challenging circumstances. We must not allow discomfort to deter lawful oversight or necessary intervention. In fact, it may be helpful to emphasize that these types of controls, though sometimes viewed critically, are necessary tools to understand what is truly happening at certain establishments, or, at the very least, to verify existing concerns.
So, now that you see that, what have we learned? Yes, Sint Maarten is not a real place. Yeah, she said basically nothing. You know, immigration is going to continue to do their jobs, but you're not going to mention that they went and do an illegal operation. Immigration cannot come to your business by themselves, knock on the door, and ask you for the ID card. Let me say that again for those in the back who don't understand. Immigration, them and them can't come and tell you, yo, open the door. I want to see that. I want to see if you got ID. And the inspector that went to one of the girls at Crystal nightclub. She was talking in Spanish while I was busy talking to her. I was talking to her. And she told me, she said, you know, the inspector told me that I don't really have to be deported. He has the power to keep me here. All I have to do is, sorry, I wanted to cough there just now. You know the flu going around. Excuse me, sir, it's 2025. People are stuck. Social media is real. What are you doing? Yeah, I know, sorry. Anyway, they're going to have this meeting and they're going to come out with another joint statement and say, immigration and everybody, we're working together. We're going to call it a multitask group, committee, exploring group. Wherever are you using the laws we hardly have for your own purpose? Apologize to the man, fix the doors that you break down, because no inspector is supposed to break down no door. And then after that, let's work on the prostitution laws that we continue to run away from. Not because Holland have red district means we could just go ahead like lawless people who do what they want. Oh, shucks. I gotta get a drink, some water. Big up to Shoe Tree. What are you talking about? You know where Shoe Tree is? Back Street, close to Oranje School. It's Front Street, Back Street is not the same. We'll be right back.
dreamt it. You've worked hard for it. And now you've got it. You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor and know that you're covered in case of a disaster, like an unexpected fire or a vehicular collision. At Magical Insurances, we focus on settling your claims quickly and fairly so you can get back to enjoying your life. Magical Insurances, fast, fair, and always there.
What is it? Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link sharing all everywhere?
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link?
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app though. It's not an app. App you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app though. All you gotta do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give please some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big buck.
It's not an app, though. It's not a f***ing app. What the f***? It's not a f***ing app.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
So now that we're back, here it is. Frankie Meyers, our honorable leader of the SAM party, and forget that he was in DP and up and make this thing together. This whole, new and fresh Orange Party. No, I'm talking about Gracita. Or you should learn political history of Sint Maarten. Anyway, so Frankie Meyers, Mr. Know Your Place, decided to go on Billy D and talk about, what is it? Oh, this is, okay, I gotta do it, hold on. 15 years after Status Apart, I think it doesn't work. In the year 2000, Frankie, what you was doing? Pete, put this up, put this up. What position was Frankie Meyers in 2010? No, in 1010. Here, 10. Oh, no? Okay, wait. Let me try the next one. Where was Frankie Meyers in 2015? Oh, he wasn't retired? He ain't Michael Jordan and come back? Oh, clean slate? So you gotta go on radio to say, oh, I don't think status apart works. Okay, Sarah, we're talking about you was there. You shaped us into what we are today. Sorry, surprise. So you going on, Billy? It's good, Frankie, because you still got it. I hear it you. But what happened to the fact that you were part of all of this? That's like us saying, you know what? I think we should trust Frankie with our future again. He might get it this time. The clip, take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to be now one of the oldest person
Yes.
in Parliament.
A senior.
Along with MP Sarah.
Correct. We're the last of the old guard, as we say. That's in the Parliament of St. Maarten, yes, is MP Westcott and myself.
You've been commissioner. You've been in Island Council. Are you seeing any? Are we moving forward? Is there a difference in in those days you've been around the older heads. Today you're surrounded with a lot of young politicians.
Yeah.
Is there any difference, Frankie?
Oh yeah. Stark. The younger politicians are more astute in regards to administrative work. They can definitely break down the laws and the policies and stuff like that. So they're more astute. Whereas in my time it wasn't that prevalent. But what was different is we had more of a get up and go drive. Things needed to be done, and I think that was also part and parcel of that's what the general public was demanding from us at the time.
Okay. But today, though, the general public is still, the public are always going to be demanding. Today, when you're building a country, though, you say they're going in the administrative part. Ideas must be prevalent today.
Of course.
If we're building a country.
Of course. And any government, anywhere in the world that holds political power must have a vision.
Correct.
And must be able to tell the general public what that vision is for the people, and highlight those things. Back in the 80s when Ronald Reagan ran for president, one of the things that he said against Jimmy Carter, who that statement basically changed the course of that election, is when he said, ask yourself this question: are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?
Correct.
And I think that should be the starting point of any government, to strive that in 4 years they ensure that the people are better off than they were 4 years.
And Frank, that is a good way for us to talk about this morning. Are we better off, and you're in the right position to say this, are we better off today than we were when we were part of the Netherlands and Antilles? It's St. Maarten. I'm not talking the country in itself. I'm talking the people, because the people are the beneficiaries.
Yeah.
Are the people of St. Maarten better off today in this status?
I don't believe that this status has worked in the way that it was supposed to for us, for the people.
And just between brackets, we choose it, Frank.
Of course.
So why didn't it work? We chose it.
Well, there's a lot of circumstances as to why it didn't work, and we can go back to 10-10-10. I believe that especially whenever you're starting something new, it is very important that the start was stable. We had a lot of instability in the first, right out the gate.
Correct.
We had a lot of instability, and that affects you, because again, different politicians, different ideologies, different philosophies, and what happened, nothing was being executed, because once you start with something, someone comes in and that's not a priority for them, and then it's something else. So what we were getting is perpetual starts, and nothing was finishing, and that affected us over. And people don't realize the damage that was done.
You mean the fall of government
Because of that instability, especially when we were a new country, just out the gate, trying to, those administrative things that I'm talking about, those things that we had to put in place to ensure. I think one of the things, hindsight is 2020. One of the things that should have been considered back then is that the government should have had at least an 8-year run.
Correct.
Before you could have a change, because there were so much things to be done.
Correct.
And to this day some of those things are still not done.
So you're saying that in the Constitution we should have changed, instead of 4 years, give us the first 8 years?
Well, at least from the start. Again, this is hindsight. I didn't think about it then, but hindsight, because of the instability, a lot of damage was done, and because of that, we find ourselves in like a perpetual drudge. One step forward, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Yeah.
But we have seen, though, where the status have brought a lot of hiccups, even for individuals. We have seen the whole turmoil of what took place. A lot of money flew through the country, a lot of things happened, but the status have brought a level of turmoil. Way back when we had an island council, we had a more drive to want to become.
When we had the Island Council, the situation was different. One of the things that I like about the Island Council and the Executive Council is the Executive Council had a collective responsibility.
The Executive Council?
Yes.
Yeah.
So while projects were being done, for example, and you would hear the commissioner in charge of telecom, which I was the commissioner in charge of telecom, for example, but anything that was approved as it relates to telecom was the responsibility of the Executive Council and not the individual. When we became a country, what happened? We became ministers, and when we became ministers, those responsibilities was individualized. And that requires a certain maturity, because what happened is everyone then created their own kingdom. And by creating those kingdoms is what led to the instability, because it was, okay, I'm going to go on a list, or I'm going to put someone on the list, and I'm going to get a seat to have this particular portfolio. And it was no longer about the collectiveness of togetherness. It was about what's in it for me.
Correct. Yeah. I always thought, Frank, that we would have maybe every 3 years or we'd have an evaluation of where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. We have never really done that.
No.
And that, for me, is
a matter of fact, we should have an evaluation now as to how has it affected us in 15 years.
Correct.
This is a perfect time and we have to be honest with ourselves, because it either has worked or it didn't work.
Correct.
It's a work in process and in progress. But at the end of the day, it's we have to now take an assessment and say, has this status worked in the best interest of Sint Maarten?
In the event that we should say it's not working, could any other thing could come forward, or we can't go back?
No.
But what could happen? What's your vision on what could happen? We talk independence. We talk. Would be the next step?
Well, it's twofold. One would be, of course, to try and tweak. And you hear a lot of politicians talking, for example, about a democratic deficit, to try and tweak and give Sint Maarten more of the power that it needs locally. I don't believe in a democratic deficit. I've always been a proponent of independence.
Correct.
I have never heard an independent country speaking about a democratic deficit.
Correct.
I believe that anyone, whether it's Frankie Meyers or William Allen, or I'm going to call the older heads, or who today that are elected to run a country. I believe that responsibility should be on those people to run that country.
Correct.
And they should be able to determine where the ills are in that country, and say, well, okay, this is a priority for this government, and this is what we are going to tackle.
Yeah.
But if you cannot, or you're not in a position to do that, then no. Then
One of the things, and I'm
the
just
separate status in which we has proven that, because, for example, the CFT.
I'm just about to ask you the CFT, because for me, the CFT have not helped the status.
No. And the financial, and that's exactly what I'm saying, because if you have an institution that controls the spending, and I get it,
Yeah.
I get it. The Netherlands Antilles was, I believe, 3 to 4 billion guilders in debt, in which the Netherlands wrote off. Right? So now they would have Curacao, they would have Sint Maarten, and they would have Aruba, all because their countries being able to borrow money, and ultimately, if we're part of the Netherlands, they don't want to get stuck with the bill. So they put sort of a financial supervision
Correct.
on the islands to try and curb the spending. The problem with that is it isn't a curb, it's a squeeze.
Let's take a commercial break. I upset.
Make the switch. Get faster internet for less.
Something good gonna happen in this year, and I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone, and a new day has a piece. But this year, your blessings I'm embracing. Hey, healing have to come my way, blessings have to come my way. Winning, we winning, and we here to stay. It's the blessings me say will find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss if ever gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Money gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss the blessings gonna find me here. Oh na 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 na.
And I fall on my knees. Tell me how to wait to be. Tell me how to wait to go. Tell me all that I should know. And I'll fall on my knees. Tell me how to wait to go. Tell me how to wait to be. To evoke some empathy. And I'll fall.
Hello, my people. Make sure you tune in to Sit, Sip, and Chat every Monday at 5 p.m. on TV 15 and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m.
And make sure tune in to the Late Night Show with Andrew Dick from Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. with a repeat in the afternoon for no reason. In the afternoon, the Late Night Show at 3 p.m. Thank you, TV 15.
Thank you, TV 15. Make sure to tune in.
Make sure to tune in to the Late Night.
And Sit, Sip, and Chat.
Late Night.
That is the Late Night Show. Thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow, do have a safe and pleasant one. Bye-bye.